All right, today we're going to do a little demonstration, and it's going to start with an email. And the email I'm going to send will look something like the email that you see here. And it'll be coming from either myself or SharkMasters. And there's a couple links on here. The first link I'm going to go over is the speaker introduction link, because there's a couple steps to that I wanted to show you. Now, when you get the email, there's going to be a couple things in here, including the agenda, which I'll attach to everyone. And on the agenda for now, I'm putting the pathway that each person's registered for, and I'm also putting their mentors. So I have a list of mentors in there as well. Now, as I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to click on the speaker introduction. And this is mandatory for all prepared speeches. This is going to help you get your introduction ready. When I click on this, it's going to bring up this view. So this is a speaker intro form, and the speaker intro form, if you're in Chrome, you'll be able to start filling it in right away, and I'm not in Chrome. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to download this speaker intro form that I clicked on. And again, the way that I got there was I'll close that out. I just clicked on this link, speaker introduction, mandatory for prepared speeches. So if it's my turn to speak this week, I'm going to click on that link. That's going to take me to the document on Google Drive. And I'll say, okay, let me go ahead and download this. And I'm going to open it. Now that I open it, I can edit this document just like I would any other Word document. So if you have Word on your computer, I'm going to enable editing. And I have to put my name here. So I'm going to fill that in. And oops, let me pull the document over. I was editing in the wrong one. Okay, so I'm going to put it in, and then I can fill my name in. And for this one, the name of the workbook that you're working in, so there's a couple different ways you can get that. So if you go back to the email that I sent out, you'll be able to see the pathway that you're using. And the pathway that you're using has the email in it. So if we go back here, you'll see that my pathway for John Spirko is dynamic leadership. But another way to see that, if you don't want to go back to the agenda here, one way to get it. But if I want to go get the name of the workbook or the pathway that I'm working in, I can click here. Okay, so this link will take me back into EasySpeak, and it'll take me into the request to speech link. Okay, so let's pull that one out. There we go. Now, I'm not logged in, so I'm going to have to log in with my username. If you're logged in already and it remembers the login, you won't have to do this. I'm just showing you all the steps that you might have to do. Now I'll log in and store my password. Now, what's going to bring up is your request to speech link. And what it's going to have to do here, what I said in the document that we're filling out, it says once you get into here, go to the workbook tab. So I'm going to go back to that request to speech, go to my workbook tab, and now I can see my workbook is here, it's dynamic leadership. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back to my Word document, and I'm going to paste that in here. So the name of my workbook now is dynamic leadership. Okay. Now the assignment, it says go to request the speech, the same place we were, and then go to the workbook tab, the same place we were, and copy and paste the assignment from the assignment column here. So I'm going to go back to EasySpeak, and then you'll see the assignment. So let's say I'm getting ready to this one, my Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring, Level 2. I want to copy that whole assignment, and then I'm going to copy this out, and then when I come back into my Word document, I'll be able to paste that right here. So now my assignment's pasted in. And you can even leave the link in there, because the link will give people linkages to somewhere else, and it'll print out fine like that if you have the link in there. Okay. The speech to the title, whatever you're naming your speech, world of social media. I'll just put something down. That's not my real title, but we'll put that down for now. And the next thing we're going to do, the last one here, we're going to use, once again, we're going to use our request to speech in EasySpeak. And then this one says click on the question mark next to the speech that you're doing. And what we want to do is copy and paste the objectives here. Okay, so this project purpose, this is going to be our objectives. Actually, I might rename this project purpose to objectives. Objectives. Because you'll want your person introducing you, you'll want that person to go ahead and read those objectives off so we know what you're trying to do for the speech. So once again, I'll go back to Easy Speak, and this question mark right next to my assignment, it's going to open it up, and it's going to show my objectives. So my objective here is to write and present a 5 to 7-minute speech about a time when you were a protege. I'm going to share the impact, the importance. But so it tells exactly what I'm supposed to do here, and that's really what I'm trying to accomplish in that speech. So I'm going to tell, in my speaker intro form, I'm going to tell my evaluator exactly what I'm trying to do in here. If you want to make it a little nicer, this one here is Calibri 14, and there's some text changes in here, so I can change that so that it's all the same. I can go to Calibri and then make it 14 so it all looks the same. Okay, and then you're going to want to write your intro here. So this is where you want to write 3 to 5 lines about yourself, or you can paste it from another area. So a lot of times if you have your speaker intro that you use, you want to keep that and you use it over and over again. And that's it. Bring this to the meeting with you, and we're going to make these mandatory for every speech. And you handing this to your evaluator will allow them to introduce you in a proper way and really give a clear understanding to everybody about what you're trying to do during that speech. Thank you very much.